There are four types of sons that the Torah teaches us about. There's one who's the Hacham, and we're going to read that paragraph in a moment, right? And he's the wise one. Now, what makes him so wise, right? Let's read the paragraph. Let's read the paragraph twice. And I want one of you to tell me what makes him so smart, right? What makes him so wise? Okay. So on three, we're going to read it together in the tune that we started to learn last week. Remember, it's like a chanting tune. You kind of just chant it. So let's, everyone can see my screen, right? Let's say it starting from Hacham in that chanting tune. Okay, on three. 1, 2, 3. Hacham, mahu omer, ma ha'edot, והחוקים והמשפטים אשר ציווה אדוני אלוהינו אתכם, אף אתה אמור לו כהלכות הפסח, אין מפטירין אחר הפסח, אפיקומין. Isaac, I want to hear you. Take you off mute. I know you know this. Come. Okay. Let's do it again. On three. 1, 2, 3. Hacham mahu omer ma'ha'edot ve'ha'chokim ve'ha'mishpatim asher tzivah Adonai Eloheinu etchem af ata emor lo כהלכות הפסח, אין מפטירין אחר הפסח, אפיקומין. Right, it's afikomin here. What's the difference between an afikomin and afikoman?
It's multiple, I think.
They're the same thing, right? Afikomin, afikoman, it means the same thing. Some people call it that, some people call it that, right? Sephardim generally actually called it afikomin, right? We didn't call it afikoman or afikomin or whatever, but Sephardim generally called it afikomin. Okay, so what makes the Hacham so wise?
I don't know. He asks a lot of questions.
He's asking questions, but he's not asking questions to be annoying, right? Some people ask questions because they get joy in being annoying, right? But he's not asking questions to be annoying. He's asking questions because he really wants to know what's going on tonight. Why are you drinking wine? What's all this that's going on? Like, teach me about it. I want to do it also, right? That's what he's asking. He's asking for all the mitzvot that Hashem commanded us to do. So what do we answer him? We answer him for tonight, we're going to answer him with the halachot of Pesach, right? Kehilchot ha-Pesach. We're going to answer him with the halachot of Pesach tonight. And even we're going to teach him so many halachot that we're going to say you can't eat anything after you eat the afikomin, right? That's one of the halachot of Pesach, is once you eat the afikomin, can't eat anything anymore. You can only drink that cup of wine that's part of the Hagada, but otherwise can't eat anything, right? So we're going to teach this Hacham who's asking questions, we're going to teach him that. Okay, now let's go to the Rasha, and we're going to see what he asks and how is it different from what the Hacham asks, and then why we smack this guy in the teeth, right? We'll see why. Okay, let's. I'm gonna say it slowly. I want everybody to listen to the way I say it, and then after I say it, we're gonna go through it sentence by sentence and explain it. Okay. Rasha, mahu omer, mahavoda hazot lachem velo ulfi shehosi et atzmo min hakeval kafar אף אתה הטה את שיניו ואמור לו פעם כזה Asa Adonai li betzeti Mitzrayim li velo lo ve'ilu haya sham lo haya nig'al. Okay, so let's go through that phrase by phrase, and let's see what the Rasha asks, and how is it different than what the Hacham asks. Okay, does anyone want to? Let's both of you work with me to explain this. Okay, Rasha, right? We say the wicked one. Mahu Omer.
What does he say?
What does he say, right? So we see the Hacham also starts with Mahu Omer, and we're going to see that the Tam also starts with Mahu Omer, right? So it's really, the children are the ones that are first asking the questions. So they're saying, the wicked one, what is he saying? Right? Mahu Omer, what does he say? Okay, now, what does he say? Ma ha'avodah hazot lachem.
What is this work to you?
What is this work that you're doing, right? And he calls it work, right? Look at the Hakam. Look at the Hakam. The Hakam calls it Aidot, Hokim, Mishpatim. He calls it mitzvot, right? He calls it other words from mitzvot. What does the Rasha call it? The Rasha calls it avodah. Work. He calls it work. It's like he looks at it like, oh my gosh, you're being burdened with all this extra work. You know, what is this work that you're doing? Ugh, I don't want to be part of extra work. You know, like when they say, here's extra homework. Who wants extra homework? Nobody wants extra homework. So the Rasha is saying, what's all this extra homework that you have here, right? And what does he say? Lachem velo lo, right? He said lachem, right? He said that it's for you, lachem. He didn't say for us. He didn't put himself part of the group. He didn't say, what's this extra work that we all have? He said, no, what's this extra work that you have, right? And then the Hagada says, oh, 1 second. He said, you, but not us? Okay, that's a red flag right there. That's a Rasha. That's how we know that's a Rasha, right? Lachem, he said you, and not velo, and not lo, himself. Himself, right? And now the Haggadah is going to say, ulfi. What's ulfi? And because shehotzi, what's hotzi? He removed, right? Yetziat Mitzrayim means the removal from Mitzrayim. Hotzi is to remove, right? Hotzi et atzmo, he removed himself, min hakelal, from the kilal. What's the kilal? The kilal.
The mitzvah of Pesach.
Almost. The kilal means the general population, right? We call kilal Yisrael. That's what we say, right? Kilal Yisrael. So kilal is just short for kilal Yisrael, right? So he removed himself from the general population. That's why the Haggadah is saying, he said you, not us, right? Right? Because he removed himself from the kilal, kafar ba'ikar. What's kafar ba'ikar?
I don't know.
He's a kafir. What's a kafir? Someone who doesn't believe in Hashem, right? It's someone who doesn't believe in the mitzvot of Hashem, doesn't believe in Hashem himself, right? This is someone who doesn't have the fundamentals, he doesn't have the basics of belief, right? So because he removed himself from the general population, we call him, he's a kafir. He doesn't believe in the basics. So what does that mean? That the basic fundamental thing of Judaism is to include yourself in the community, right? You have to include yourself in the community. You can't just do it by yourself, and you can't have him do it by himself and everybody doing their own thing. You have to be part of the community. That's what this is teaching us, right? The Rasha, he's wicked. Why is he wicked? Because he doesn't want to be part of the community. He says, what are you doing? I don't want to do what you're doing. I'm not part of you, right? So because he did that, right? Af ata, now what do we respond to him? Hakhe et shinav. This is everyone's favorite line of the Haggadah.
Bathroom?
Yeah, you can go, sure. What's What does this mean? Hakheh et shinav. This is everyone's favorite line in the Haggadah. And we'll repeat it for when Isaac comes back. But Eugene, what does hakheh et shinav mean?
I don't know.
Okay. Shinav, shinaim. Shinaim are teeth. So what do? We break his teeth. Punch him in the face. We don't really punch him in the face, right? But the phrase here means we break his teeth, right? We break his teeth.
I trying to find where it was.
Right here. Afata hakheh et shinav. Shinav, shinaim are teeth. Hakheh et shinav. You break his teeth. We don't actually want to break our children's teeth. That's a little extreme, right?
Yeah.
But what we do is we tell him, hold on, close your mouth a second. This is not the way we talk, right? We don't when we're asking questions, right? We don't ask them the way you're asking them. We ask them as if we're part of the community. We don't ask them you and not me, right? We never say, what are you doing? We say, what are we doing? That's what, right? We tell him ve'emor, and we tell him, because of this, asa Adonai li betetim mitzrayim. Because of what I'm doing, Hashem took me out of Mitzrayim, right? And then we tell him, asa Adonai li. You didn't want to be part of Pesach, so then don't be part of Pesach. No problem, right? Well, this is what I'm doing right now is why Hashem took me out of Egypt, right? So we have to be forceful with him. We have to fight back to him, right? He's trying to be annoying, and he's trying to say, what are you doing? I don't want to do it. So you say, oh, whatever I'm doing is the reason that Hashem took me out of Egypt. So maybe that makes him wake up a little bit and say, hang on a second. Should I be part of that? Right? If I was there, I would have wanted to leave Egypt, right? So maybe I should be a part of that. It makes him think twice about it, right? So Isaac, you missed what we tell him, right? So let's repeat that for Isaac. So when he says, what are you doing? What is our response to him?
I heard that I'm just doing something that got me out of Egypt.
Oh, so what's right? Okay, but you missed one piece of it, right? One other thing that we first do is we break his teeth.
What do you mean by break his teeth?
You see where it says hakheh et shinav?
Like physically?
No, you don't actually physically break his teeth, right?
Okay.
What you do is you make him kind of be quiet on his own, right? He feels stupid after he talks to you, so it's almost like he broke his teeth, like he doesn't have any more words left, right? So what you do is you tell him, yeah, whatever I'm doing now, whatever you don't want to be part of it, that's fine, but whatever I'm doing is the reason I left Egypt, right? And then drop the mic. So that's kind of what we do with him, right? We say, oh, you're asking what I'm doing? Yeah, whatever I'm doing got me out of Egypt. So, I mean, you want to be part of it, great. You don't want to be part of it. You know, this is special for us, right? He's asking to be annoying, so we're kind of a little bit annoying back to him, right? We give him a little bit of attitude, right? Li ve'lo lo, right? We say, me, not you. Ve'ilu haya sham lo haya nigal. And so he's asking the questions in such a bad way that if he were there at the time in Egypt, Hashem wouldn't have saved him because he doesn't want to be part of it. He's saying, what are you doing? I don't want to be part of this. Oh, you don't want to be part of it? Okay, so you won't come out of Egypt, right? So that's the way we teach him his lesson, by saying, if you want to exclude yourself from everything the community is doing, then you can't benefit when the community is benefiting, right? When Hashem does something great for the community, you can't be part of it because you didn't want to be part of everything that goes along with it, right? So that's kind of what we tell him. That's why he's a Rasha, because he wants to exclude himself from everything. Okay, let's read that again.
He only wants the good parts, not the bad.
What?
He only wants the good, not the bad.
Exactly. But when you're part of the community, you have to do the good and the bad together, right?
Eugene, can you not name yourself me?
Isaac, maybe you should switch your name to Eugene.
Okay.
Let's read that together. We'll read it for the next 5 minutes so we get a good feeling of the words, okay? On 3. 1, 2, 3. Rasha Mahu Omer מה העבודה הזאת לכם, לכם ולא לו, ולפי שהוציא את עצמו מן הכלל, כפה בעיקר, אף אתה הכהה את שיניו
Look at my name
ואמור
now.
בעבור זה עשה אדוני לי בצאתי ממצרים
Look at my new
לי
name.
ולא לו, ואילו היה שם לא היה נגאל. Let's do that again. Ready?
Yeah.
רשע, מה הוא אומר? מה העבודה הזאת לכם, לכם ולא לו, ולפי שהוציא את עצמו מן הכלל, כפה בעיקר, אף אתה הכהה את שיניו ואמור לו בעבור זה עשה אדוני לי בצאתי ממצרים לי ולא לו, ואילו היה שם לא היה נגאל. Let's do that again. That was great. Let's repeat it a few times so we get familiar with it, okay? 1, 2, 3. רשע, מה הוא אומר? מה העבודה הזאת לכם, לכם ולא לו, ולפי שהוציא את עצמו מן הכלל, כפה בעיקר, אף אתה הכהה את שיניו ואמור לו בעבור זה עשה אדוני לי בצאתי ממצרים לי ולא לו, ואילו היה שם לא היה נגאל. Okay, let's read that 1 or 2 more times and then we'll be set for today. You know what? Let's start from Hacham. Let's read Hacham and Rasha together, okay? 1, 2, 3. Hacham, מה הוא אומר? מה העדות והחוקים והמשפטים אשר ציווה אדוני אלוהינו אתכם, אף אתה אמור לו כהלכות הפסח, אין מפרידים אחר הפסח אפיקורמין. רשע, מה הוא אומר? מה העבודה הזאת לכם ולא לו, ולפי שהוציא את עצמו מן הכלל, כפה בעיקר, אף אתה הכהה את שיניו ואמור לו בעבור זה עשה אדוני לי בצאתי ממצרים לי ולא לו, ואילו היה שם לא היה נגאל. Okay, let's do from Hacham one more time. That was great,
Okay.
everybody. Let's do from Hacham one more time and then we'll be done, okay?
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Hacham, מה הוא אומר? מה העדות והחוקים והמשפטים אשר ציווה אדוני אלוהינו אתכם, אף אתה אמור לו כהלכות
Pesach.
אין
אין
מפטירין
מפטירים
אחר
אחר
הפסח
הפסח אפיקומים.
רשע מהו
מהו אומר?
מה העבודה הזאת
לכם ולא
וכפי
לפי
שהוציא
שהוציא
את
את
עצמו
עניות מן הפלה
כפר
כפר
בעיקר אף אתה הקהה את שיניו ואמור לו בעבור זה עשה
אשר אדוני בצאתי ממצרים לי ולא לו, ואילו היה שם לא היה נגאל.
Excellent. That was excellent. Great. Okay, good. We did 2 out of the 4 sons, and next week we're going to do the 3rd son, and the week after that we're going to do the 4th and final son. I want everybody to practice. Okay, practice, because there will be some sort of contest at the end of all this. So practice the paragraphs, okay?
Bye-bye.
Bye. Have a great day, everybody.